अच्छा है कम से कम तुम लोग आ रहे हैं रेगुलर क्लास में. So I'm so happy. Join your hands, close your eyes. Oh. Sai Ram. So we have discussed image formation in the case of convex lens and concave lens. Convex lens, the image formed is real and inverted generally. And in the case of concave lens, the image formed is erect and virtual. This we have seen. And today we will discuss about um, lens formula. Okay, lens formula is similar to that of mirror formula. There is similar means similarity is there, but it is not the same. Similarity is there. So in the case of concave lens, you know that always we get a virtual and erect image. At the same time, in the case of convex lens, we get always a real and inverted image. Okay, so now my question is how to distinguish a concave lens and convex lens without touching on them, without touching. बिना टच करके हमें कैसे समझ में आ जाएगा कौन सा कॉनकेव है कौन सा कॉन्वेक्स. बहुत सिंपल तरीका है. एक जो भी लेंस तुम्हारे पास आते हैं टेक दैट लेंस एंड यू फोकस इट ऑन दी राइटिंग्स ऑन ए पेज. जो पेज है ना पेज पे जो राइटिंग्स है ना उसी पे वो फोकस करो. उसके पास में पकड़ो. उसके पास पकड़ो. इफ द लेटर्स आर अपीयरिंग इन लार्ज बड़ा बड़ा दिखता है अगर तो वो हो गया कॉन्वेक्स लेंस. अगर वो जो लेटर है जो नॉर्मल साइज है उससे भी बहुत छोटा दिख रहा है तो वो बन गया कॉनकेव लेंस. सो दिस इज द रीजन, दिस इज द टेस्ट थ्रू विच वी कैन डिफरेंशिएट a concave lens and convex lens without touching on them. ठीक है. So what is the reason behind that? What is the reason behind that? Very simple reason. Listen very carefully. When we are keeping the lens, स्पेक्स में क्या है मैं बता दूंगी आज डिटेल में. ठीक है, तभी तुम्हें समझ में आ जाएगा. So when we are keeping the lens very close to the letters of the page, then the position, वो position जो है, so that position is very close to the object. Okay, so that means it is coming between the focus of the concave lens, convex lens and the optic center. Imagine when we are keeping it very close to the letter, position of the lens and the letter, position of the object, it is very close to each other. So the position of the object is coming within the focus and optical center. So in the case of convex lens, if the object is within optical center and the focus, the image formation is always the image formed is enlarged. This is the reason behind. And in the case of concave lens, what will happen? Diminished image every time. There is a general nature of image in the case of concave lens and that is diminished. So in this way we can differentiate a concave lens and convex lens without touching on them. Okay. Next segment is what are the uses of concave lens and convex lens? Okay, so let us first discuss uses of concave lens. Listen very carefully. So first of all, concave lens is used as an eye lens in telescope. How many of you have seen telescope? When if you had a visit in Bhopal when you were in 8th class, Okay, very good. So their telescope is there in that, I don't know exact place, but when that 8th class picnic, means not picnic, education trip, this particular place is included where you can see a telescope. So in a telescope, concave, we are talking concave, not convex. In school also once telescope is came, maybe you had the experience by watching this uh, stars through this telescope many years back, not recently. Okay. Anyway, so first use is concave lens is used as an eye lens in telescope. Okay. Second use is it is used as, you know, that spy holes in doors. Nowadays, spy holes are not in nowadays. Many years back also this system started already. Spy holes are there in doors, so that without opening the door you can identify that who is there in the other side. So this spy hole contain concave lens. Okay, so this is the these are the two uses, main use. One more use is there, and that is also considered as the major use of concave lens. Suppose you people having problem by seeing the blackboard, means suppose teacher is doing something on blackboard, it is not visible to you. That problem is known under the name short-sightedness, or it is also called a myopia. For correcting such eyes, we used to wear specs, and these specs contain a particular lens. This lens is made up of concave lens. Okay, and it is concave only. So concave lens is used for correcting myopia. Okay, myopia means short-sightedness. Okay, so these are the major three uses of concave lens. Now let us see what are the uses of convex lens. Okay, first of all, convex lens is used as a used in magnifying glass that you have seen in our junior science lab. Magnifying glasses are there, and it is also used for making microscope. Okay, and the most important use is it is also used for correcting eyes, that eyes have a vision problem. You can't see the nearby objects. नियर बाई ऑब्जेक्ट मीन्स आपको लिखने में प्रॉब्लम, जो पढ़ने में प्रॉब्लम होती है, फॉर यू हैव द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर्स एंड ऑल, mainly aged people having this problem, and for correcting that problem of eye is called hypermetropia, or it is also called long sightedness. And for correcting such eyes, convex lens is used. Okay, so these are the three major uses of, very easy to remember all these. Compare, we can compare this. Okay, two uses are almost similar. It is related to same field. One is used in telescope, the other is used in microscope. Wait. One is used in both of them are used for correcting eyes, but for different problem. First is myopia, those people having problem in viewing distant objects. So in order to correcting myopia, concave lens is using, and in order to correct hypermetropia, that means people having problem in reading newspapers and all. Third use of convex lens. Third use is used in spectacles to correct the defect of eye. Which defect? Problem in reading newspapers, or simply problem in reading. So, and this defect is called a hypermetropia, or it is called a long-sightedness. And for correcting long-sightedness, convex lens is used. Tanya, you got it? Tanya? Okay. So this is all about the uses of lens, whether it is concave or convex. Now come to the next segment, how to determine focal length of a convex lens, approximately. This we will perform in the lab, how to calculate focal length. Very simple experiment. So, when you know that there are mirror stands are there we can fit mirrors. Okay, put a convex lens in a mirror stand and keep it in front of a distant object like a wall or a tree and all. So that the rays coming from the window pass through it. A cardboard screen is putting behind. Suppose this is the lens and the cardboard is placing this side. This is mirror lens and this is cardboard. So and adjust the position of the screen so that we get a clear image of that distant object, whether it is a window pane or whether it is a frame of window or it is a tree, distant object. So when we adjust the position of cardboard, where we get a very defined, well-defined image. So at that particular stage, we can calculate the distance between the mirror and the cardboard. So that means the mirror and the image. This is the approximate focal length of a convex lens. So this is the way this we will perform in the lab. Okay, because this is in our course also, so we'll perform in the lab. Okay, we will definitely we will perform in the lab. So this is all about the general points related to lens. Next is important topic related to lens and it is called lens formula. Lens formula in our course derivation is not there. We want only that lens formula and another topic is magnification. It is also related to lens formula. And the last topic is power of a lens. These are the three topics so that we will discuss now. After that we will solve numericals based on the topic. Okay, so this is the these are the topics included. So what is lens formula? Lens formula is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U equal to 1 upon F. 1 upon V minus 1 upon U equal to 1 upon F. And the letters represent the same thing as we have done in mirror formula. V is the image distance, U is the object distance, F is focal length. And generally you can remember focal length of a convex lens is considered as positive. You know that when we have seen the images, you can see that images focal length is distance between focus and the lens, optical center. So there focal length of convex lens is considered as positive and focal length of a concave lens is considered as negative. Okay. Because in the case of concave lens, you know that the rays are not exactly joined after the refraction. They are appears to meet at a particular point. So that's why concave lens is known under the name diverging lens. So in that case, focus is in the same place as that of the object. So that means focal length of a concave lens is negative and convex lens is positive. Convex lens, you know that always we get focus in the other side of the mirror. So distance between optical center and the focus is always positive. So that's why focal length is positive. So this is the first topic. And next topic is magnification. There are two formula through which we can calculate magnification, linear magnification. It is also similar to that of mirror. Slight difference is there. M is equal to V upon V. In the case of mirror, here there is minus. Magnification, there is negative. And in the case of lens, magnification is equal to V upon U. Okay. And next, one more formula is there. N is equal to H2 minus H2, where H2 is the height of the image and H1 is height of the object. 1 always stands for object and 2 always stands for image. So these are the two formulae through which we can calculate linear magnification in the case of lens. Okay, got it? And the last point is power of a lens. When we discuss the definition of power, we can say a very simple definition. Power of a lens is defined as reciprocal of its focal length expressed in meters. Okay, reciprocal of its focal length expressed in meters, or in simple way, we can write it as P is equal to 1 upon S. Here you can write in meters. Focal length will be in meters. Okay. Then it is the reciprocal of focal length is called the power. What is the unit of power? Diopter. And in simple way we can write it as D. Okay, D. Letter used to add. Generally, we can say that power of a convex lens is positive and power of a concave lens is negative. Why? Because focal length of convex lens is positive and focal length of concave lens is negative. Okay, this is the theory behind power. Suppose in some cases we have to use combination of lens like one concave, one convex, or one two convex lens or two concave lens. This is the way for some different purposes we are using combination of lens. In those cases, how to calculate the power of that combination of lens? Very simple rule. P combination equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. P1, P2, P3 stands for powers of first lens, second lens, third lens. Here we can apply that general concept. Which concept? Power of a convex lens is positive and power of concave lens is negative. This concept we can use, then we apply this in this formula, we will get the power of combination of lens. So this is all about the theoretical topic related to our light chapter. Now let us do some numericals. Combined, we have to do 3 different type of numericals in this particular segment. So you can write the first one. So we will get enough time today to solve at least 6 numerical in the class. Okay. So let us start first with the refractive index. One topic, do you remember that? Refractive index, it is the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to speed of light in a medium, or it has one more definition, speed of light in air divided by speed of light in a medium. So in this way, we first 3 numerical I will give with this topic, from this topic refractive index, and the remaining problem I will give related to lens formula and power. Okay, start writing the first one. Write the question, all of you can write the question. Very simple problems are there. Okay, write the question. A ray of light is incident on, a ray of light is incident on a glass slab at an angle of incidence 60 degree at an angle of incidence 60 degree. If the angle of refraction is, if the angle of refraction is 32.7 degree, 32.7 degree, calculate the refractive index of glass. Calculate the refractive index of glass. Okay, this is the first question. So let us solve it together. First of all, given data, sin 60 and sin 32.7 values are provided along with the question. You can write that value. Given that sin 60 equal to 0.866, 0.866, and sin 32.7 is equal to sin 32.7 is equal to 0.540. 0.540. Okay, so this is the complete question. Now let us solve it. First of all, you write the formula. What is the formula? Refractive index. According to Snell's law, the ratio of angle, sine of angle of incidence to sine of angle of refraction is a constant, and this constant is called the refractive index. So you can write that refractive index equal to sine I by sine R. Sine का spelling है SIN. Sine I by sine R. I represent angle of incidence, R represent angle of refraction. Okay, then substitute the value. Angle of incidence is 60, right? Sin 60 upon angle of refraction is 32.7. So sin 60 upon sin 32.7. Okay. Now the values are provided in the question. So is equal to 0.866 divided by 0.540. Okay, this is the fraction. So try to find out the answer in whole numbers. It may be a decimal number also. So you will get the answer. Try to solve it. Okay, find out the answer. Do the calculation later. Okay. Now I will give another question. The speed of light in vacuum. Next class, day after tomorrow, we have another period. That period I will tell you the answer. Okay, in between, try to find out the question, find out time to solve the problem. Okay, because only last part is left. It is simple mathematics, so that you can divide the number. Okay, speed of light in vacuum, comma, flint glass, flint, FLINT, flint glass, and crown glass, CROWN, flint glass and crown glass are 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, comma, 1.86, repeat करना. The speed of light in vacuum, first medium, second flint glass, FLINT, flint glass, and crown glass, CROWN, are 3.3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, first value, comma, 1.86 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, 1.86 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and 1.97 into 10 to the power 8, 1.97 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second respectively. 1.97 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second respectively. Calculate refractive index of flint glass and crown glass. Flint glass and crown glass. So this is the question. So first of all, focus on the formula. Write the formula. Refractive index equal to speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in the medium, in the second medium. Speed of light in the second medium. So here first medium is vacuum. So second medium is what? Here in the problem, two media are given. One is flint glass and the other one is crown glass. So you need to calculate refractive index of both flint glass and the crown glass. Okay, but generally we can write the formula as refractive index of a medium equal to speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in that medium. Okay, so let us solve it. First part, right? Refractive index of flint glass equal to, how to find out? Speed of light in vacuum. What is the value? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second divided by speed of light in flint glass. Speed of light in flint glass. How much it is? 1.86 into 10 to the power 8. Then solve it. Okay. So simply 10 to the power 8 will be getting cancelled and the remaining is a fraction 3 upon 1.86. So again try to solve it. Okay. And second part of the question is how to calculate refractive index of crown glass. Again the formula is similar. Refractive index of crown glass equal to speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in crown glass. Okay, speed of light in air is how much? 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon what is speed of light in crown glass? 1.97 into 10 to the power 8. In this case also 10 to the power 8 getting cancelled and the fraction left is 3 upon 1.97. Got it? 10 to the power 8 will be cancelled. So 3 upon 1.97 again you will get the answer. So in this way you will get two answers. So I will tell you the answer on next class. Okay. Last question. It is little different. All these three questions are different. One more question. Light enters from air to diamond, which has a refractive index of 2.42, which has a refractive index of 2.42. Calculate speed of light in diamond. Calculate speed of light in diamond. Given that speed of light in air is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay. How to solve this? By using the same formula. Which formula? Refractive index of the medium equal to speed of light in vacuum or air upon speed of light in medium. So here medium is diamond. Refractive index is also provided 2.42. So 2.42 is equal to speed of light in vacuum or air. That means how much? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second upon speed of light in diamond. So the fraction is refractive index 2.42 equal to speed of light in air. कितना है? 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon speed of light in diamond. ये हमें calculate करना है. तो स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन डायमंड कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? स्पीड ऑफ लाइट इन एयर अपॉन रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ डायमंड। ये भी आप खुद कर सकते हैं, ठीक है, बिकॉज दिस इज सिंपल न्यूमेरिकल। ठीक, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वी विल सॉल्व that is related to lens formula. Write one question. Let us see. I will solve it in the board also even. A convex lens of focal length. A convex lens of focal length 10 centimeter is placed at a distance of 12 centimeter from a wall. How far from the lens should an object be placed so as to form its real image on the wall. I will repeat the question. A convex lens of focal length 10 centimeter is placed at a distance of 12 centimeter from a wall. How far from the lens should an object be placed so as to form its real image on the wall? So this is the question. So let us solve it together. I'll write it on the board. Okay.
मैम फोकल लेंथ और जो बॉल का उससे डिस्टेंस है वो सेंटीमीटर में है, मीटर में?
All are in centimeters. Okay.
Okay, मैम.
So here first of all you write u and v and all. Which is unknown? V we have to calculate, isn't it? We have to calculate u, where we have to keep the object so that we get an image at the wall, form its real image on the wall. U is unknown. Okay. V, what is V? Distance. मिरर और वॉल के बीच में कितना डिस्टेंस था? 12 सेंटीमीटर। ठीक है, 12 सेंटीमीटर है। और फोकल लेंथ कितना है? फोकल लेंथ इज गिवन एज 10 सेंटीमीटर। फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करना है। व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला? 1/v minus 1/u equal to 1/10। वैल्यू पुट ही कर लेना आप लोग। 1/v 1/1000 minus 1/u equal to 1/10 और therefore 1/u equal to 1/u कैलकुलेट करना है। तो कैसे कैलकुलेट करेगा? 1/12 minus 1/, सही है। और इसके बाकी क्या करना है आपको मालूम है। एलसीएम ले लो। एलसीएम कितना होगा? एलसीएम 60 12 इसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करने कितना आएगा? 12 और दिस वन कितना आएगा? ये 3 5 माइनस 60/10 कितना आएगा? बोल 6 इक्वल टू कितना आएगा? -1/6 आ गया। 1/u कितनी है? 1/60। देयरफॉर u इक्वल टू इसकी उल्टा -60। ठीक है, ये माइनस कैसे है आपको पता है? ठीक है, बिकॉज इट इज इन द लेफ्ट साइड, दैट्स व्हाई। ओके, तो आपको बस यही कैलकुलेट करना है -60। ये सिंपल कैलकुलेशन है, सिंपल। लेकिन आपको यही मालूम होना चाहिए ये माइनस को साइड में चेंज हो जाएगा तो क्या माइनस प्लस आ जाएगा और प्लस माइनस आ जाएगा। तो ये आपको आना चाहिए। ये सिंपल मैथ्स अपन बोल सकते हैं। ठीक है, दिस इज द सिंपलेस्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लेंस फॉर्मूला। ठीक है, एक और क्वेश्चन दे दूं? आई होप सबने किया होगा ये क्वेश्चन, सिंपल क्वेश्चन था। कितने लोगों ने किया है एक बार चैट बॉक्स में लिख के बता दीजिए बच्चों, कितने बच्चों ने किया है, वर्कआउट किया अभी? सची, सौरभ, अंटू, कार्तिकेय, आशना, मितुश्री, पूजिता, अंजन, साक्षी, महक, 9 बच्चों ने किया है, वेरी गुड। बाकी बच्चे क्लास में है कि नहीं? तान्या, वेरी गुड, 10, ठीक है, 10 बच्चों ने किया है, सो आई एम हैप्पी। सो अभी एक और क्वेश्चन है, लिख लो। ये जितनी क्वेश्चन मैं कोशिश करती हूँ करवाने के लिए क्लास में, ठीक है। टाइम अलाउड है अपना कोर्स कंप्लीट करने के बाद, फिर मैं ज्यादा न्यूमेरिकल करवा देती हूँ, ठीक है, क्लास में। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लिख लो। इफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ 7 सेंटीमीटर हाइट, इफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ 7 सेंटीमीटर हाइट is placed at a distance of 12 centimeter from a convex lens of focal length 8 centimeter. Find the position, nature, and height of the image. Find position, nature, and height of the image. I will repeat the question. If an object of 7 centimeter height is placed at a distance of 12 centimeter from a convex lens of focal length 8 centimeter, find the position, nature, and height of the image. हमें क्या क्या कैलकुलेट करना है? एक तो आपको V कैलकुलेट करना है, एक आपको मैग्निफिकेशन कैलकुलेट करना है, और लास्ट आपको H2 कैलकुलेट करना है, हाइट ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, ठीक है। जितनी वैल्यू दिया है वो वैल्यू पुट करो। सबसे पहले कैलकुलेट करना है, लेंस फॉर्मूला यूज करके V का वैल्यू फाइंड करना है, ठीक है। V का वैल्यू फाइंड करना, पहले अपना फॉर्मूला लिखो, 1/V